So I want to make a qualitative map, but before I do that, I want to be able to look at some of the attributes and the data and look at the attribute table. So I'm going to start by looking at OR zoning, and I'm going to go ahead into my Qual data folder, and I'm going to get the Oregon zoning folder and add that to my map. And it's going to be a big file, and I'm getting a warning. It's saying, wait a minute, this data is in a geographic coordinate system. It's not projected. I'm just letting you know, and we're going to just ignore that warning, and it's going to reproject that on the fly. Oh, I just accidentally did something. That's a great demo. That data layer was added to my inset map because that was the layer that was active. So I can add it from here. I can activate this, and I can go back and add it again, or I can just drag it up here, and then I'm going to remove it from there because I don't want it there. Okay, so now I've got my OR zoning data layer on here, and I'm going to look at the attribute tables. And so I've got a feature identification number that is part of the indexing work. I can see that there are 7,819 different polygons. The shape, the geometry is a polygon. Here's another ID field. I've got a field that talks about the county, land use. So if I look at these different tables, I want to be able to make a map, and I want to have different categories symbolized in kind of abstract colors, probably more pastel colors. So there's some ways to decide which is going to be the best. So a couple things I want to do is to find out how many forestry land types there are here. So I'm going to go ahead and close that attribute table, and I'm going to go select by attribute, and I'm going to go back and say I want to select from the OR zoning layer, and I want to find out information about the land use field, and I want to find where land use is equal to, whoops, I have two equals there, is equal to forestry. So I'm saying go through that table, find every polygon where land use has a forestry entry and highlight those for me. So there they are, and you see that a selected query, they get highlighted in blue. If I open up my attribute table, it will show me how many polygons actually are forestry. I can choose just to look at the selected records, and I can say, oh wow, Clatsop, Columbia, these are all forestry. These are different types of forest. So, and general zoning is 4. Anyway, so now I know that out of all of the Oregon zoning layer data, I have this many polygons. Now, the other really cool thing is I can, let's go back to here. I can sort descending, so I can get the alphabetically by county. I can sort these by the description, so that it kind of puts all of the woodlots together, all of the types of zoning, all of the timber grazing. I could sort by square miles, which will show me which is the smallest polygon of forestry, and then which is the largest polygon of forestry. I can also turn on the statistics, and the statistics will tell me, it will add up all of the information in that column. So of all of the selected data, gives me the sum, how many total square miles of forestry are in Oregon. Okay, so I'm going to clear that selection. Oops, I'm going to clear it from here. I'm going to clear that selection. So I you're going to be able to find out the information about Oregon forestry areas. You're going to find out the information about agriculture areas and about urban areas.